Brittany Venti is the Quentin Tarantino of YouTube because her entire career is centered around saying the N-word and lifting material from other people. I mean, Brittany is really out here making a whole video about Pokimane and Kaceytron because I guess she couldn't decide which woman of the week she wanted to bash. To pander to haters. Brittany, how are you going to criticize Pokimane for buying a fake engagement ring? Clearly as a troll, as a bit, to rage bait. Buddy, Brittany, buddy. You faked an entire relationship. You faked an engagement. You didn't just have a ring. You had a whole ass dude. And you didn't even go all the way. I thought you were going to go all the way in faking a wedding. But you chickened out. You wussed out, Brittany. I mean, if you're going to do a bit, go all the way. Commit. I know, maybe that's why you can't get a guy to commit when you can't even commit to a bit. Okay, honey? Blackface Brittany's out here critiquing Pokimane for having a black scent or using a little bit of urban vernacular here and there, which is a little bit cringe and dated. I agree with Brittany on that one, but we have to admit and savor the flavor. It's rich coming from Blackface Brittany. And by the way, just side note, I was reviewing some of my old content and I actually predicted that Brittany Venti was gonna do blackface because that's just how predictable her content has become. She just picks the low-hanging fruit. Like when I said Brittany was coming back to YouTube and she was bringing back the beefs and griefs, I was kind of joking, and it's like, damn, like she really is just like clockwork, repeating the best hits, the Brittany Venti's greatest hits. Lay Pokimane video, Lay Kaceytron video. Like I said, she couldn't pick a lane, so she did both at the same time. It's like a swirl flavor, right? It's like Neapolitan, because we even got Hassan in there. So it's the 3 flavors of the week. In 2 weeks when she slops out another video, who's gonna be on the menu? Gura, Iron Mouse, and Neoners? Can Brittany go after some new target? Like, do a video on claviculars. Like, let's get the clavicular arc started. I mean, damn, even denims. It's like, I feel like the denims Brittany Venti beef is inevitable.
The number one that I saw, I think it was like this one that was like captioned with something EBT. It's like, what the fuck? What is wrong with you people?
I just feel like that's gonna be happening soon. But then again, I don't know. Denim seems like kind of feisty. I think Denims could probably roast Brittany Venti pretty hardcore. I think the Britster might be a little bit scared of Denims. Denims seems like she's got some fight in her. Brittany will not go certain targets. She will not go after. She doesn't want the smoke. In her last stream, she tiptoed around Nick Fuentes. Barely, she mentioned him a few times, but didn't really go after him too hard. And it's like, honestly, I'm kind of sick and tired of hearing people talk about Hassan's shock collar. It's like, listen, if you eat meat, you have no right to complain about Hassan shocking his dog. If you're giving money, funding, supporting the factory farm industry, you're contributing to way more horrific animal abuse. So until Brittany Venti goes vegetarian or vegan, she should just shut the fuck up about Hassan shocking his dog. Okay, because you're just a fucking hypocrite. And another thing Brittany should shut the fuck up about is people making edgy jokes. Like she's the only person who's allowed to make edgy jokes. Apparently, Kaceytron, in her video, she's saying, oh, Kaceytron made a joke comparing Asmongold to Casey Anthony, and this is supposed to be so offensive. Like, shut the fuck up. We're talking about Brittany Venti, who her comedy formula is tragedy minus time equals comedy. She is the first one to make the edgiest joke possible. Just, again, her hypocrisy that, like, oh, Kaceytron made a joke comparing Asmongold to Casey Anthony. It's like, shut up, Brittany. Who the fuck are you to try to civility police anybody? Want to talk about freedom of speech when you were going with Count Necula, MK Ultra money, trying to get people fired for cracking jokes about Charlie Kirk or just not caring about Charlie Kirk. You have no principles. You don't care about freedom of speech. You don't care about anything except your beefs and griefs. Like in her last stream too, she was being like, oh, well, people were asking her, like, why did you come back to Egypt? She's like, well, many reasons. But I'm just bored. It's like, no, you're not bored. You're fucking broke, bitch. Like, get fucking real. You're fucking broke and you need money, which is probably why she's so bitter that Pokimane has 20 million in the bank, allegedly. Meanwhile, Brittany's scrapping together pennies for her apartment that probably stinks. Like, that term, like, there's a term called queer baiting where people pretend to be gay to, like, get gay people to support them. Britney's a right-wing baiter or like a conservative baiter. She loves to pander and make people think that she's like conservative right-wing, but she's so clearly not because one of the tenets of conservatism is supposed to be personal responsibility, accountability, and she takes none ever. Like she can't even acknowledge that she ripped off Kaceytron, that her entire beginning of her career was a rip-off of Kaceytron. She can't even acknowledge it. Instead, she's just like, well, I was an orphan. I was freshly orphaned. Kaceytron's just jealous and she stole my wheel bit. Man, boy, that wheel. I mean, geez, you think this wheel must have smacked Brittany in the face. Even though, like I said, more than likely, knowing Brittany, her wheel bit was probably something she lifted from someone else. My guess would be Eric Andre, who had a wheel bit on his show. Again, it's just like Quentin Tarantino whining about Hunger Games aping Battle Royale when Quentin Tarantino is not a director, he's a collage artist because all he does is just take from other people's films. He just takes wholesale from other people's films. And Brittany Venti does the same thing. She just takes from other people's stuff.